For exams and quizzes, Desire2Learn offers matching questions, where students associate each of a set of answers with an appropriate match from another list. Here we see a complete question, as students would see it if they were taking a quiz or an exam within Desire2Learn. In the center are what Desire2Learn calls the matches, or what we could call prompts. Desire2Learn installs these into each quiz attempt in random order. So this question is ordered differently for each student attempting the quiz and for each time the same student attempts the quiz. On the right is the list of answers from which students choose the correct answer for each match. In this case, there are more match opportunities than answers. So to receive full credit, I need to use some of the answers a second time. To attempt the matching question, I choose from the drop-down menu next to each match the number which corresponds with the correct answer option. If I leave any of the opportunities blank instead of supplying a number, then this would be the same as if I answered incorrectly. Let's try building one of these questions. As usual, I create matching questions in a section within my question library, so I can thereafter import it into multiple quizzes or exams. To do this, I click the blue New button, and from the drop-down list, select Matching Question. I start by adding a title. This will make it easier to find the question when I'm building it into quizzes or exams. I'll make the question's total value worth 9 points. I'll add the question's instructions in the HTML entry box under question text. I copied and pasted it out of a Microsoft Word document. I'll make edits as required. I have several choices as to how I want Desire2Learn to automatically grade the question. Equally weighted means that each match in the question is worth the same and all add up to the question's total value. The student's grade is proportionate to the total number of correct matches. Students receive no points for incorrect matches, but they're not penalized either for incorrect matches. Incorrect matches in this case would also include any that are left blank. All or nothing is the simplest grading scheme. If a student makes any incorrect matches, or however many incorrect matches they make, they receive a grade of 0 for the whole question. Again, an incorrect match in this case could also include a match left blank or incomplete. Right minus wrong is similar to equally weighted in that Desire2Learn starts with a grade proportionate to the sum of correct matches. However, to get the total grade, D2L then subtracts from that value the value of each incorrect match the students make, or each match the student leaves blank. Here, I made the question worth 9 points, which corresponds to the 9 matches students must make in the question. So when I choose equally weighted, it means simply that students receive a single point for each correct match. With my total value and grade scheme established, I add the choices that students will have to pair with each match. In this particular question, they are titles of United States Supreme Court cases. I'll enter each into the appropriate HTML entry window. In this case, again, cutting and pasting them from a Microsoft Word document. I can also edit them as needed. So I'll italicize the court case titles. But I happen to need 7 choices. Desire to Learn by default gives me 2. But if I enter in 5 in the small text box next to Add Choice and click Add Choice, it'll add the other 5 I need. Having entered the answer options, I'll next add the matches, or prompts. In this question, they consist of descriptions or relevant facts about the Supreme Court cases that students should match to the case names themselves. As I did for the answer options, I need to add more entries for the matches. Since I have 9 matches I want to add to the question, I'll create 7 entries to add over and above the 2 defaults that Desire to Learn gives me. As I add each description, I'll indicate in the drop-down menu to the right which case is the correct match for each description. In this case, I'll stick with number 1. And for my second description, I'll stick with number 2, and so forth. So now I have all my matches entered that will correspond with answer options or Supreme Court case titles that I entered up above. I've entered 2 more descriptions than there are cases. This is so that students must match 2 of the cases to 2 descriptions each. The last 2 descriptions correspond with answer options for which there is already a match. These 2 descriptions match 2 cases listed up above in the answer options: Tinker versus Des Moines of 1969, number 5, and Browder versus Gale of 1956, or number 7. So students must choose these answers for matches twice to receive full credit on the question. I scroll to the bottom and I click the blue Save, and the question is complete and ready to use.